Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here, and taking a look at the markets today. Yesterday was a really positive day for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. We look at some of the reasons behind that big spike yesterday, what caused it, and then we'll take a look at some of the key levels that we now need to see Bitcoin break to really bring on the bulls. So before we get started, look, not a financial advisor guys, sharing my opinions, sharing my research that I find just to give you guys a bit of an insight, and you can do it what you like, but always do your own research. So yesterday Bitcoin up 10%, up to $7,400 and holding that level. So yesterday we seen some major spikes. We'll look at the chart in a minute that brought us up 10%. If you look at the top 100, Ardor is top right now for growth in the last 24 hours. They got listed on Binance, so that is the reason there. But if you look at the coins that are in a loss, then there are very few. 10x and Dropple. 10x was the only one when I looked earlier. Dropple is now at a slight loss, and this is against USD price. When you look against Bitcoin, it is slightly different here. We see some of the currencies falling against Bitcoin. That is just because Bitcoin had such a huge rise. Stellar is showing some massive gains even against Bitcoin. Then we have Cardano is showing some very nice gains against Bitcoin. I do think the other cryptocurrencies will start to rise, or the other altcoins, you will see them start to rise in another little while when people who have Bitcoin, they start to take some profits against Bitcoin and they will be putting it back into the altcoins. So market cap, if we look at it, we see huge gains in market cap yesterday. If we come back to, we'll go back to 1 day, and you can see we were down around here around a 271, 72 billion, shot way up to 293, and we've held that volume, which is good to see. We're up at 296 billion now, and it is good to see that steady increase. That is the highest it has been in the last month. We need to now see them gains continue, see more money flowing in, and there's lots of positive news to hopefully bring that about. So there's a few levels we will look at there, but there's them nice green candles yesterday. So some of the positive news that's going around at the minute. So Goldman Sachs have appointed a new CEO, and this guy is pro cryptocurrencies, David Solomon. So this is positive. It puts a positive sentiment out there that we could see a different view from Goldman Sachs, even though the public perception that they've put out with Jamie Dimon, however you say it, coming out last year and saying that he didn't believe in Bitcoin and everything like that, but yet his company was still buying up Bitcoin. So if they are to come out with some positive news now, this will be good for the space. Other positive news, so obviously with the ETF in August, the result is meant to be by the 10th or the 14th of August to set up the trade fund for Bitcoin. They do have the option to delay the decision by 45 days, and I do think they probably will take that. Nobody really knows, but I think that they will take that extra time, especially if we start to see an uptrend now. They might wait and see what happens there. That is the Chicago board that are doing that, as well as that BlackRock, one of the biggest funds in the world, are also exploring Bitcoin. So again, this is all positive. If the first ETF got approved and then BlackRock were to follow up on that, then who knows where the price will go. It should only go one way, and that should be up. But again, we have to wait and see if these things come true. MasterCard have also got a US patent to accelerate cryptocurrency payments. We see some cryptocurrency companies out there trying to do this as well to make cryptocurrency more widely accepted and easier to spend. MasterCard are also looking into it. So they do see the cryptocurrency is coming, and they want to remain as one of the leaders. There was another one here. Coinbase, yeah, Coinbase came out and said that they will be able to provide security tokens in the future. Now there was talk that they were approved by the SEC for doing that, but they've come out and said they are not approved by the SEC, but it is something that they are looking at doing. Then you have the Chicago board. So look, there's lots of positive news there. So there was good sentiment in the market, which I think could have been pushing up the price. There's no one reason why the price spiked yesterday, but there was lots of positive sentiment. And then for people who are shorting Bitcoin, so lately there's been a lot of people shorting Bitcoin, which has been pushing the price down. And we had been looking at This level here, the $6,800 level, if you've seen my previous videos, you'll know this is a level that we talked about that we really needed to break. We tried to break it here, we couldn't. Tried to break it here, we couldn't. And then it shot up through it yesterday. So the theory out there is that that would have been the stop loss for a lot of people shorting, a lot of people thinking that we wouldn't push up through it. So they thought that was a safety net, but it wasn't. The price shot up through it. With a short, you'd be doing it with leverage, so you're basically betting more Bitcoin than you actually own. So when you go through that and you're in loss, you need to buy more Bitcoin to fulfill that trade before you can close it out. So that's what we're seeing. And when you look at, there's a Twitter bot here that tracks BitMEX wrecked, and it shows all of the liquidated positions. So these are ones that are closed out. And people having to buy up more Bitcoin to close out positions. There's some huge ones yesterday. We've seen a few over 2 million. There's one there over 1 million as well at 7,463. So all of these things are good. I think this will, in a sense, scare some people off shorting Bitcoin, which is good. If we get the ETF, that will bring more funds in. I would say there's a lot of positive sentiment. So where is that going to take us? Right now, the level that I had been saying we needed to break was the 6,800. The next one is basically 7,800. So can we get up and break through that one? Once we get above that, then I would say 8,600. And after that, you are pushing for the 10K. So there's already people talking about the 20K, the 50K, where it's going to be this year. I would say break these levels here to really break out of the downtrend that we have been in. Break this resistance. You can see this is the last one that we had trouble getting above. It came up, it touched it, got rejected, came up and touched it again and got rejected way down. So then we got stuck here in this part here, and now we're up in this zone. So now the next zone is here, and then pushing up towards the 10K after that. And I still think we will hit into the 20s this year. I don't think we'll hit the 50s that are being talked about, but look, that's just my opinion. Everyone has one. There's one other thing that's been circulating around. This chart here, looking back at July 17th, 2007, so 1 year exactly. So yesterday with the huge green candles, and people have been looking back at the charts and seeing that we were at a bit of a downtrend here. This time last year, prices were a lot different, and then we had this huge big green candle that really set us off on a nice upward trend after that. So if you come back on the charts here, I will show you November. Where are we? Here we are, July. So July 17th, this is the candle people are talking about. We were coming down, we had this big candle that took us off in a nice upward trend. Then in September we started to come down, but then again we went up, and that's when we headed up towards the 20K. So is July 17th a good date for a Bitcoin bull run? Who knows? Let's hope it is. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hopefully this has given you a bit of an insight into some of the other levels to look at, some of the news that potentially could be behind it. Give the video a like, give it a share if you got value you think someone else can, and hit that subscribe button if this is the first of my videos you've seen. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Thanks for watching.